Dave coming at you from Food Source Nutrition, and we're going to go over cutting your own fruit today. Now I know a lot of people out there, you like to buy your pre-cut fruit and whatnot, but let me just tell you, you're missing out on a lot of different other varieties and factors when you cut your own fruit. Number one, it's cheaper when you get your own fruit. Number two, you get to pick out the quality based on what season and the availability of what it is. Right now we're in the middle of July, so the growing season is in its peak summer harvest right now. So everything's super juicy, super sweet. You're never gonna find it any better the rest of the year. So right now it's phenomenal. Very, very good. So right now we have pineapple, we have mango, we have this super, super ripe papaya, and we're gonna do cantaloupe. And it's really easy. You can just set some time in the beginning of the week or whenever you really have time, before work, after work, Sunday when you're doing your meal prep. But having that fresh fruit can give you a variety of different things. So let's check it out. I'm gonna show you how to cut this. All right, so we're first gonna start out with the pineapple here. I like to use a serrated knife, which I think just kind of cuts better. It's a little cleaner to use. I'm gonna lop off the top right here and the bottom. And we have a nice cylinder right here. And essentially what we're gonna do is just run your blade along the outside. They do make cores for pineapple, but you really don't need it if you're just going to chop it up. There is a core in the center that you have to be aware of. It's this part right here that is inedible. Some people will throw this into stocks or some sort of sauce. I like to just eat it. It's usually pretty sweet. And then for our chunks here, I'm going to cut these into bite-sized pieces. Now, according to what you're using it for, some people will cut them smaller for pineapple salsa or something like that. And that's when you just get into your knife skills for the most part. For a pineapple salsa, you would make smaller pieces such as this. And then you do the smaller dice like that. And that would be your pineapple salsa right there. Add some cilantro, some tomatoes, a little bit of red onion, some lime juice, make an excellent pineapple salsa, some chilies maybe if you have some. But for our purposes, we're just gonna cut chunks. And basically we're just running a chef knife or a paring knife. The serrated does take a little bit more of the flesh. But there you have it. You might have little pieces of skin still left on there. I'm just going to take off. Try to keep as much of the flesh on there as possible though. Yeah, the peeler tends to take more, especially when it's ripe, and we'll start eating into the flesh itself. So there is a seed that runs through a mango in the center. You want to find out it's elongated. I'll show you when we cut through it's finished. So it's flat, it runs flat in the inside of the mango. And there we have it. And the fun part about this, you can eat this as you're cutting it. Oh wow, that's good. That is good. Oh yeah. That is delicious. And with the mango here, with these random chunks, I'll chop them up. They're going in oatmeal, so it's not really that big of a deal. I like to do it sideways here. You get nice pieces like that. We'll add it to our yogurt or our oatmeal throughout the week. Just try to make sure you separate it before you put it into the container when you refrigerate it, because it tends to stick together and can kind of be a pain in the ass getting those pieces apart throughout the week, especially once you're in a few days. But I like the bigger, larger chunks of the mango. And that would be the same concept basically. All right, papaya time, baby. Whoa, that is ripe. Now papaya, when you're looking at papaya, you're gonna feel it. All of the fruit that we're looking at right here. When you go to the market, you want to feel and see if it's heavy. That means there's natural juices inside of it. Particularly with cantaloupe, what I'll go over the ripeness of that. You want to look for the heaviness, and also if the stem is picked clean from there. That means it was ripened correctly on the actual stem itself. Cantaloupe and honeydew in particular are the ones that are notorious for that. With papaya, you want to look for that redness in there. That means it's ripe. You can also feel it. I mean, this is very soft and heavy, so you can tell it's full of its natural juices right now. But that color is what you want to look for with the red papaya. Once you see red in there, if it's not ripe, it'll be firmed very, very hard still, and it'll be basically green inside, and that's not what you want. So with papaya, you would do the same thing. If you feel comfortable, you can do it the whole papaya like this, and we're just gonna take the peel off here. We're gonna peel it, taking the skin off. And you do this outer layer here. It is so, I can just run my blade right through it. It is so soft right now. All right, so same thing with the other fruits. If you didn't get all of the skin, just take the skin off after you're done taking the majority of it off there. And whew, this is really ripe. It did get a little bruised here that you can see. You gotta be gentle with, especially as it's really ripe. You gotta be gentle with your hands and your fingers gripping it. Otherwise you're gonna bruise it up and it's gonna go bad a lot faster. So with this, we're gonna try to eat this as soon as possible because of its ripeness. Now there we have the seeds, and you can tell, look at that beautiful redness in there. That is super ripe. So with these seeds, we're just gonna toss them. You just get a tablespoon like that. We're gonna run it very gently through and take these seeds, and we're just gonna toss them. I'm not 100% sure if you can use these for anything. I never did. They're very bitter. And that's why it's nice to have the trash right next to you so you don't make a mess, which tends to be the issue for a lot of people. I know myself, throughout the years of doing this, when I first started cooking, I would make a mess. I was notorious for making a mess everywhere I went. But after years of doing it, they call me Pigpen and whatnot. Just better to clean as you go and just work neatly. All right, so moving on to the cantaloupe here. First, we're gonna lop off the ends and try to keep them as parallel and even as possible to get a nice flat surface there. And then we're going to do the same as the pineapple and papaya and mango, really, and just slice this skin off. There is, in the inside of the rind there's a green part. You want to try to get enough where you're taking that off as well. But really just running along the outside of the flesh of the cantaloupe. Try to get a little curvature there so you can follow the natural lines of the cantaloupe itself to really maximize the skin and the peel that you're taking off. So, and the same with the papaya, with the cantaloupe. I'm just gonna run that right down the center. And we have these seeds here. We're gonna throw them out. Grab that spoon and gently core the inside of this out. Try to keep the seeds together. It just makes it cleaner. And we got a nice looking trout. All right, so with this, simply run it down the center to quarter the cantaloupe itself and knock these tips off right here so you can get a flat surface. We can use these in our oatmeal or fruit bowl or something like that, or you can just eat them. But similar to the same, we're going to cut these in uniform pieces, chunks there for our fruit bowl. Seeds hiding on me, there they are. And store that in our quart container. I'm throwing cantaloupe all over the freaking place here. Sometimes it's a little easier with the chef knife. It's good to take the skin off with the serrated knife, but there's nothing like a chef knife for just quickness and ease of use. And you can use this as a scoop, the blade as a scoop, like so. Much easier. Look at that. Look at it. So, got over a quart of cantaloupe right there. I'm gonna eat that, but we also have the pineapple, we have the papaya, the mango, and I'm gonna just wrap that up for you. But that's the cantaloupe right there. Real easy, simple. Be able to store it for a while, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so there you have it. Easy, simple, quick way to cut roughly 4 quarts of fruit in less than 10 minutes. So for your meal prep in the beginning of the week or whenever you feel like doing it, you're gonna have that fresh fruit available for fruit bowls in the morning. You can eat it for yogurt. You can eat it for snacks in the afternoon. You can also have oatmeal. There's countless ways that you can eat all this fruit, especially now in the middle of July when summer harvest is pumping hard right now. It's really good to take advantage of some of these local foods, local fruits, local veggies that you can find in local farmers markets, as well as your local grocery stores such as Whole Foods, Trader Joe's. I do believe that Acme has a local section as well, but you can really just search around and see what works for you and what's around. Typically this time of year, I do like to go, if I'm driving, out to the farms and talk to some of the growers and farmers and really see how their operation works. So that's always a fun day to go look and see and travel around the area. I know in the Philadelphia region we have Lancaster, we have several farms out in New Jersey that are less than 50 miles away that you can go visit, and which is really pumping the city full of all of this fresh produce, as well as the outlying suburbs as well. So it's really a cool thing to kind of check out and actually see where your food is coming from, and that's very important also. So I'll leave it there. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the comment section below, or just shoot me an email at foodsourcenutrition@gmail.com. I'd love to answer any of your questions about nutrition, fitness, cooking, whatever it may be. So just reach out, just give me a couple days to get back to you, as I am pretty busy with a lot of other things, and I do get quite a few emails. So I'll leave it there. And thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching, guys. And I will talk to you soon. Peace out and God bless.